There's less than 300 days until we land in Vice City, but even if Rockstar dropped one unreleased item every single day until launch, we'd still come up short, because I've found over 400 liveries, outfits, weapons, and random items that Rockstar still hasn't released. And time is running out. To start off, we have two simple events that'll be coming around Halloween, starting off with the Cayo Perico Zombies mode, which is going to be very similar to the North Yankton Zombies mode. We have new versions of the zombies, and it'll take place on the island rather than at North Yankton. Personally, I love the North Yankton game mode, and I'm very excited for this to take place on Cayo Perico. The next thing coming out at Halloween will be the third rendition of the Ghosts Exposed hunt, where you go around the map and find 10 different ghosts. Now, there's a lot more information online if you want to figure out who the final ghost is, but I won't spoil that here because I like to figure it out during the hunts. However, not everything on this list has a set release date like Halloween or Christmas or New Year's. Some are fairly self-explanatory like the previous two game modes, but others have been in the game for years and have never seen the light of day. Moving away from the game modes and events, we'll talk about some outfits that are in the game that have not been released, starting off with all of the police outfits. Now, we received one of the summer police outfits with the purchase of the police bike, but there are many other police outfits that have been in the game since winter of last year, including the Winter LSPD Officer with tie, the Winter LSPD Officer, the Summer LSPD Officer with tie, the Summer LSPD Officer, the Winter Highway Patrol with tie, and without tie, the Summer Highway Patrol with tie, the Winter Park Ranger with tie, the Winter Park Ranger, the Summer Park Ranger with tie, and the same outfit without the tie. However, these aren't the only outfits that are found in the game files that we haven't gained access to yet. We also have the Buccaneer, which is a unique pirate-like outfit, the Slasher Clown, which again can be estimated to come out around Halloween, and our final outfit that's located in the game files is the Grey Space Interloper outfit, which will most likely come out as a UFO sightings event reward, similar to previous years with other colors of this outfit. We then have 3 masks coming to the game, likely again around Halloween, including the purple jumping spider mask, the grey jumping spider mask, and the brown jumping spider mask. 3 different colors of the same mask. Now let's move into some miscellaneous clothing items, including shirts, pants, hats, etc. We have the Red Yeti fall cap, the Pluck Me sweater, which is likely going to be tied to Thanksgiving, the I Survive Cayo Perico tee, which is confirmed to be a reward for playing or winning the new Zombies mode, both the black on the Piss Foster tee and the red on the Piss Foster tee, which will likely be for Oktoberfest, the Rockstar Community Series varsity jacket, the Camo Jack Shep hoodie, track pants, and cap will come as a set. Both the Atomic Racing Bomber Zipped and the Atomic Racing cap will be coming to the game at some point. The LS Death Metal hoodie and its matching shorts can be found in the game files, as well as the Blue Manor hoodie and its matching shorts as well. Then for around Christmas, we have the Santa Skull sweater and the Santa Skull track pants, and then for New Year's, we'll likely get the Champagne Pop Fitted suit and the Champagne Pop Fitted pants to match. And the next category is the weapons category, and although there aren't any new weapons to expect, there are actually weapon skins for the knife and baseball bat in the gun van that we still haven't received. Now, if you're like me and weren't aware that skins even existed for these weapons, you can go to the gun van when these weapons are in the gun van and change out what design you want these weapons to have. For the baseball bat, there are 4 skins we haven't received, including Buckacherz, Bullet Holes, Cluck and Bell, and the tie-dye design. And for the knife, there's the eyes, pills, snakeskin, and tequila. I assume that's how it's said. Those have not been released yet. Moving into the vehicle section of the video, we have 4 new drift variants of cars that'll be coming to the game at some point. These include the Drift Dominator FX, the Drift Chavos V6, the Drift Hardy, and the one that I'm most excited for, the Drift Gauntlet Hellfire. But with these drift vehicles come drift liveries. As many people are aware, when a car gets a drift version, it gets between 5 and 10 new liveries just for the drift version. For the Drift Gauntlet Hellfire, we get the Drift Enforcement livery, Jackal Racing livery, Team Hardstad livery, Grand Havoc livery, Hell's Kitten livery, Dense Motorsport, Pride Up North, which is a great Canadian livery, Scribble, and finally Redline. As for the drift version of the Dominator FX, we get Something in Japanese, Korean Import, Grassroots Drifter, Wild Style, Memphis Fracture, Hawk and Little Racing, Aero Racing, Retro Detailing, and Clipping Point. For the drift version of the Chavos V6, we'll get T-East Sports, Sakura, Cabal Reflection, Yokoshima Racing, Arcana Penris, Frank, Higashi Spirit, and Process Color Drifter. As for the Drift Hardy, there's only 5 liveries coming, including Kurokuru, Minami, Kita, Higashi, and Nishi. However, with that being said, the Drift vehicles are not the only vehicles with unreleased liveries, as the regular version of the Hardy also has a livery called Grassroots, which has not been released yet. But there's many other vehicles that fall into this category, including the Walton L35 stock with its Back to the 90s livery, the Woodlander with its Karen Performance white livery, the Suzumi with its Spy Shots livery, the Tampa GT with its Los Santos machine, the Sentinel GTS with the cell shaded livery, the Rapid GTX with the multi-stripes design, the Minimus with its big Minimus Energy, which is one of my favorite unique liveries with plenty of billboard designs as bumper stickers. The Everon RS has a Mosh Mosh livery, which is likely going to be connected to the Halloween events again. And then we have a few more Drift variants of cars that still have unreleased liveries, including the Drift Cypher with its Glitch Camo livery, the Drift Cheburek with its painted and shaded livery, the Drift Euros with its Manga Classic design, the Drift Jester RR with its Drift Gorilla Green design, and finally the Drift Jester Classic with its Princess Robot Bubblegum design. There are, however, many other vehicles with unique liveries that haven't been released, and the first two come on the Ocelot R88, and these might have been cut from the game entirely as they can't be found very easily, including the Douche Racing design and the Pisswasser Racing design. The Titan 250D also has a Pisswasser paint job, but we haven't seen it released in the game for any reason yet. A few more vehicles with unique liveries include the Baller STD with its Republican Space Rangers design. The Dominator ASP comes with 2 designs, Stance Andreas and the Camo livery. The Comet S2 has an Air Hurler livery and a Shark Attack livery. And its cousin the Growler has a Vandal and Reverse Vandal design. The Kuruma has 3 liveries that haven't been released, including Redwood Rally, Junk, and Solid Camo. Now, majority of the liveries in this video are bunker designs, so those different camo or pattern designs that we get on many different vehicles. But for many other vehicles, these still haven't been released, despite the fact that they've existed typically since the Bunker DLC. The Comet Safari still has 4 unreleased designs, including Knuckle Duster, Conveyor, Stars, and Tartan. The Patriot Stretch has the yellow and blue camo, orange shade camo, blue-green camo, hunting camo, blue tartan, Santo Capricorns, 69 monogram, and the Dollar Dollar design. And those same designs still haven't been released on the regular Patriot either, which is interesting because the regular Patriot doesn't have any liveries whatsoever, and this could easily just be turned on or changed so that there was more designs for this car. The Revolter is another typical street vehicle with weapons that could be seen with many of these liveries, though Skulls, Knuckle Duster, Conveyor, Stars, Tartan, Galaxy, Trees Camo, Candy Cane, It's a Wrap, Deck the Halls, Yellow and Blue Camo, Orange Shade Camo, Blue and Green Camo, Hunting Camo, Santo Capricorns, and the Dollar Dollar design have not been released yet. The Ardent can also be seen in the same category as these, with only a few of its unique liveries actually being released yet. And instead of listing these out every time, I'm just going to show them on screen while I talk about the vehicle. Now, the Night Shark falls into this category as well, and despite the vehicle being very popular and having many customization options, there's actually 17 liveries that still haven't been released for this vehicle. However, like many of these vehicles, it would give the Night Shark a lot more customizability and uniqueness when it comes to making your own design. The Speedo Custom has had some of these designs released in the past few years, but many of the camo designs, as well as a couple extras, still haven't been released to this day. And the same thing can be said for both the Nightclub version and the personal vehicle version of the Speedo Custom. Now, sticking with other Nightclub delivery vehicles, the Mule Custom and Pounder Custom have the same liveries as the Speedo Custom, still unreleased, with the addition of the 69 monogram design. Now, although many people don't drive the Mule Custom, the Pounder Custom could benefit from having some more design choices. The Menacer only has 6 missing designs, many of which are the basic camo designs, plus the 69 multicolor and Dollar Dollar designs. Now, the Avenger is one of only a few planes that we'll mention throughout this entire video, and its collection of unreleased liveries are kind of random, as it includes Stars, Tartan, 2 of the camo designs, the blue version of the Tartan, and the 69 monogram, meaning that many of their designs have already been released, but kind of seemingly at random. The Kinjali has 11 unreleased designs, including the Rockstar Stars design, which is one of my favorites, as well as many of the camo designs and simple designs, including Dollar Dollar. Similar to the Avenger, the Akula is one of the only helicopters with unreleased liveries in the game, and with 12 of these being unreleased, this vehicle has a lot more potential when it comes to customization. The APC falls victim to the same fate, with a whole bunch of its liveries still being unreleased to this day, with the Barrage following suit with the exact same designs still being unavailable. Moving on, the Chernobog has a whopping 13 designs that still haven't been released, and this includes every single camo livery that I've mentioned in the past. The Thruster has one extra design over the Chernobog, but the interesting thing with the Thruster is that many of these designs are barely visible. So let's be honest, if these weren't released, I don't think many people would care or notice, especially since the Thruster isn't one of the most used vehicles anymore. Speaking of not really being used, the anti-aircraft trailer isn't seen very often in the game, and it doesn't have many of its paint jobs unlocked, with 18 designs still being out of reach and inaccessible within online. Now, I've learned from my daily polls that many people are unaware that the Insurgent Pickup and Technical have custom variants when you take them to the MOC or Avenger, and both of these vehicles have 19 liveries that still haven't been released. However, if any of these liveries are something that you'd be interested in, unfortunately, I hate to break it to you, you can't get them yet. Now, the next 4 vehicles I'm going to mention have all 20 of their bunker liveries unavailable, meaning they've never received a single one of these designs. And that's the Dune FAV, the Half-Track, the RCV, and the Weaponized Tampa. And that's every design, including Skulls, Knuckle Duster, Conveyor, Stars, Tartan, Galaxy, Trees Camo, Candy Cane, It's a Wrap, Deck the Halls, Pink and Green Camo, Yellow and Blue Camo, Orange Shade Camo, Blue and Green Camo, Hunting Camo, Blue Tartan, Santo Capra Coins, both the monogram and multicolor versions of the Sasanta Nove, and the Dollar Dollar designs. So these vehicles have a lot more potential that Rockstar isn't letting us access. And the last vehicle to round off our list is the V65 Molotov, which only has 2 unreleased liveries, including Skulls and Tartan. Now, I'm sure there's still many outfits, clothing items, and potentially even liveries that data miners haven't found hidden in the game files that Rockstar has yet to release.